What is good, y'all? Welcome back to the Cove, another episode of the Mashup series. Seattle, you're up. But today, this video, we're going to do more about the preparation of getting to the show, things that we as fans have done and what we're doing the night before, or some people are traveling a long way. So I appreciate y'all coming through. Let me give it up for y'all. You guys are amazing. Liking the videos. I appreciate it. Love the comments. I respond to all the videos. All the comments. So let me know what concert you're going to. Are you going to the Seattle show? Did you go to a previous show? And this, got a little stuff here on my screen, but this video will resonate with you even if you're not going to the Seattle show, because we went to the show. So what did you do the night before? What was your preparation like? Did you have your outfit pick out? Did you sleep with your outfit on the night before the show because you didn't want to be late? Tell me some weird things that you did preparing for the show. We had people that's traveling far. I had somebody that was on one of the comments. They drove from Ohio all the way to Foxborough, and then they're talking about going to a show in England. So this show is going to be historically, it's already proven that it's going to break some records coming up. I don't have the final tallies on the Foxborough yet. I know it's like 77,000 somewhere. I could be wrong, but I got to still bring that to y'all too. But let me know down in the comments how you feeling about GNX tour. Seattle, they're talking rain, and I know a lot of people are wondering about the rain, but let me tell you something. Rain, snow, or shine, at 8:17, about that time, Kendrick is coming on stage, and he means business. He means business. So let's get to these mashups. First one here is Florida. Florida got questions, and they need some answers. So let's see if we could help out Florida with this one, because I don't know, but let's see.
All these cities, and not one Florida on here. Not one Florida city is on here. Kendrick, why you ain't fucking with Florida, man? What did we do to you? When you came to Tampa last time, it was lit. When you came to Miami last time, it was lit. So why you ain't coming no more? I gotta take my happy ass all the way to motherfucking Atlanta, man. Fuck. Oh, why? Why I gotta do this? I'm gonna do it still, though.
And that's crazy, because there were a lot of fans that went from Florida to Atlanta to watch that show. I don't know why he didn't have a show in Atlanta, because Atlanta got the Dolphin Stadium. They have Tampa Bay Bucks Stadium. They got the Marlins Stadium. I'm not sure if any of those share. I think what's the other team? Tampa. Tampa have another stadium too. And then you got some of these college stadiums that hold 100,000. So I'm not sure why he didn't do Florida. I'm not sure what the politics of that was, but hey, we feel your pain, brother. We feel your pain. You know what? He didn't come to Connecticut, but Connecticut doesn't have any stadiums. So it was either New York or Boston, But I feel you on that, brother. I feel you on that.
Of course, Seattle is going to be the one to ruin the next tour, because what do you know? Of course, Seattle is going to be the one to ruin the vibes for the GNX tour.
Why do you say that?
Because I want to say all month so far, maybe even part of April, it's been sunny, nice and hot. Like, even if it starts off cold, rainy looking in the morning, no, it gets hot. And of course, the GNX concert in Seattle is on Saturday. And what's happened? It's cold, it's gray, it's rainy. Just when I kind of had my outfit planned out, now the outfit has to be the jacket. But I am going with my friend, and if there are any brands out there who want to send us, I don't know, or upgrade us, better seats, put us in their suite, have us promote something, I don't know, let us know.
It's like,
what do you know? Of course.
For me personally, I had the 8th row, and I did my last video I found out they had like skybox seats, and they had like lobster and and Wing Station and all that. You know what? I love my goddamn seats I got. And if I'm gonna go to a show like that and I could get up closer like that and it's raining and Kendrick is out there performing in the rain, I don't want to be no goddamn box seat. That's just to be honest with you. Now I know some people love that, but I like to be inside because to me, when you're in a box seat, you're kind of away from everything that going to give you that atmosphere of the way things are in the stadium. When you're in the stadium in seats, it's different. If you're in a box seat with a bunch of people, it's different. It's not the same feeling to me. If I'm wrong, let me know down in the comments. But I feel on that, man. We all hoping that each one of these shows go off with no hitch, no rain, no nothing like that. You want to have a good show because I think the Seattle show and the New York show, because of the rain, the pyrotechnics were reduced. And that's one thing that this show needs because the pyrotechnics does help it out a lot. Especially that performance, man, that shit was crazy. Crazy work.
You driving to a sneaky link?
Oh, I'll fly. I'll fly to sneaky links.
Let's start that over.
And how far are you driving to a sneaky link?
Oh, I'll fly.
I mean,
And how far are you driving to a sneaky link?
Oh, I'll fly. I'll fly to sneaky links.
Okay.
Nope, she's about to go. Yep, she's about to go to the Kendrick and SZA concert. She's gonna fly. Some people are flying a long way.
Me then fuck you, and that's the way I like it. And that's the way I like it.
JNX concert in Seattle. Here's something very important for you to know before you go, especially being in Seattle. So if you're going to the JNX concert in Seattle, here's something very important for you to know before you go, especially being in Seattle, a predominantly white state.
Okay.
If you've gotten used to saying the N-word while singing Kendrick's songs, or even SZA songs, just know that if you are sitting next to a black person, like myself, who is the right one, and I see you, a white person, or non-black person, saying the N-word, I'm gonna put hands on you. You will learn. That will be the day you will learn it is not just a word. And if you think that if Kendrick and SZA had to choose between me staying and you staying, I'm staying. Cause too many of you forget who the fuck Kendrick is. If he could make this a black-only safe space, he would. He wasn't allowed to, so you got to get in. This is for me. This is for black people.
I love watching videos like this because it shows how involved they want to be. Now, I can't speak for Kendrick on this. And I know I've seen a few videos where you got a couple African American sisters who feel like this is culturally our stuff. But I don't look at it like that. Because you know what? In order for you to be a pop star or rock star, you got people outside of your fans have to like the music. And the thing about Kendrick is that he doesn't stress or worry about things like that. And because he doesn't, everything latches on to what he brings, the energy he brings, the music. You know, why do you think people like draw to Kendrick? You know, SZA too. Listen, I went to that show at Foxborough and SZA had a lot of fans there. I'm talking 60-40. You know, she's a lyrical beast herself. But we talking about Kendrick because this is kind of what this is leading to. But I love the fact that people outside are coming in to listen to hip hop, because once you have all these different cultures coming in to listen, especially Kendrick Lamar, who is supposed to be our last hope to save hip hop. That's kind of what it was. It was the last hope to save hip hop. And he did that. He resetted hip hop. Right now we got battle going on with Joey Badass and Daylight. and Reason and Ray Vaughn, and we got Absol in there. You know, we got all this going on, and it's cool to rap again. It's very cool. And you know who did that? Kendrick did that. Now I know Joey Badass called out Kendrick. I got a couple reactions coming up to that, but Kendrick don't have to punch down no more. Kung Fu Kenny? No, Joey. You missed out on that. You missed out on that. But if like what she said just now about the N-word, and let me talk about that real quick. I was at Foxborough, and it was about 70% white people. I was there, and I heard them tell, we don't want to hear you say that no more. You know what I'm saying? That's a word that we as black people don't even really use in our house. You use that word in your house, and you finna get slapped or something, either from mama, papa, like, whoa, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? So if you that type of person that just use it freely and every time, we already know you ain't part of the culture. We already know that.
The night before Christmas,
Oop.
not a creature was stirring. Not. 'Twas the night before Christmas.
Oh, let me get back.
'Twas the night before Christmas, when all through the house, not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse.
Now, how many of y'all did this? Let me know down in the comments. I really want to know. Was there anybody that made this type of sacrifice the night before? Where they were just waiting. Look, it's like, you know, when you look at it, like there's a black fan and then there's a white fan. So you cannot really try to distinguish who's going to be at the show, because people love Kendrick. People. And there's a lot of people a part of this culture that a lot of us need to realize. Like we can, like, okay, let me pause for a little bit. We're gonna go back to Dr. King for a second, and a lot of people don't really know who Martin Luther King is. But one of the difference between Dr. King and Malcolm X when they first started was Dr. King realized that we all live on the same rock, so we have to figure out a way to get along. Where Malcolm X was preaching black power, keeping black together, this, that, whatever, and Dr. King was more like, yes, I understand that. However, we're all living together, so we have to learn to live together. We have to learn to smell each other's shit and be okay with it, you know? And when you look at the music Kendrick puts out, it brings people together. There ain't no fighting going on. If you really seriously listen to his music, it talks about unity. It talks about all of that, you know? And the fact that people who's not part of the culture hears this stuff and love it. Some of them love it more than us, you know, because at the end of the day, they showing up to the shows. So he has no reason to hate anybody that show up to the show. I'm sure he love that. He love that, you know, and it shows how hip hop has grown to become a beast.
So I'm going to the motherfucking Kendrick and SZA concert.
Okay.
And I had to makeshift a motherfucking sweater down at the goddamn swap meet.
That should look hot.
Because everything would have got here way too late, and it's way too expensive. This shit, $35 down at Jeanette. They made this shit for you, boy. $35.
Come on, brother. For $35 shipping for I'm doing it. Like, I don't understand sometimes. Like, I'm not trying to bash you, brother. I appreciate you sharing your story and everything. But we $35 for a shirt like that, so I go to the GNX store, man, that's easy money. I'll pay $50 shipping for that. You know what I'm saying? We sometimes we get too hung up on shipping because Amazon, who implemented that goddamn free delivery through Amazon Prime, and all of a sudden $35 is expensive for something as critical as Kendrick Lamar SZA show, bruh. $100 shipping, I do it. Now I know everybody ain't financially in the same place, but when you look at a lot of things we dumbly spend money on, I don't think this would have been one of them to cheap out on. But hey, you got the drip, and that shit is hot, bro. I ain't gonna lie, it's hot.
Everything would have got here way too late, and it's way too expensive. This shit, $35 down at Gen X.
Oh, I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry. You said it would have been late anyway. So, okay. I take that back. Backsies. Sorry, bro. Backsies.
They made this shit for you, boy. $35. All black. All black.
That shit look hot, bro. It look hot. Definitely. Hopefully I could check them out after the Seattle show and see how that went. But dope drip, bro. Dope drip.
Okay, but I forgot to tell you, if you are going to come get coffee from my coffee bar tomorrow while you're in Seattle, welcome to Seattle. I hope your flight was good. The air just like smells really good. The weather is kind of shit, so I'm sorry that happened to you. Earlier this week it was like amazing, but that's Seattle in May.
Moments later.
If you are sending your assistant undercover agent to pick up coffee from my coffee bar tomorrow, here are a couple of things to keep in mind. Number one, it's pronounced Bonami coffee. It looks like Bon Homie, but it's pronounced Bonami. Number two, the coffee bar is inside of a plant and record shop. It's called Flora and Fauna. We are inside on the left-hand side. Number three, this is our first Saturday in Pioneer Square. So I don't even know what the volume is going to look like or what the situation is going to be. So just like be prepared for anything. The one thing I know for sure is a lot of people are coming to us to either get a sweet plantain matcha or a sweet plantain latte. We make a house sweet plantain syrup with.
She said a sweet plantain. That sounds delicious. I'm from the island and we said plantain. So, okay, that sounds delicious. Hey, this message is for you, SZA. If you happen to watch this video, I appreciate you. And okay.
It's called banandus, okay? We're a Haitian cafe, okay? So we take the plantains, we caramelize them, and then we add cinnamon, star anise, nutmeg, some other spices, and then a non-alcoholic rum and boil it down into a syrup with a lot of sugar, okay? And that syrup serves as the flavoring and the sweetener for lattes, both matcha and espresso. Anyways, we sell out fast. So we open at 9 tomorrow, and I would likely send your assistant or undercover agent before 11 o'clock. Like, let's be so for real. And I don't know what your dietary situation is, but we are like a plant-based only cafe at this point. So I'm only gonna have oat milk or almond milk. Okay, so like, relax. Okay, but don't come in here talking crazy, SZA. Okay, and I only think SZA and her assistant would stay to this point. Whoever your assistant is, like, we need a code word or a code name so I know to like write a love note on the inside of it. Like, regardless of Latrell.
Hey, code word. Code word is Latrell. Listen, if y'all in Seattle, go check out her coffee spot. Let me know how that is. But hey, y'all finna get hit with one of the best things y'all ever seen. Now, I know a lot of y'all, what I'm starting to realize is a lot of people at this Kendrick Lamar show has been to see him in the past. This was the first time I went to see him in Boston. I have never seen Kendrick Lamar perform. After, I want to say, I came through the 90s, the 2000s. You know, I've went to see people like Ja Rule perform, Jay-Z, 50, a lot of these shows, rap shows. And, you've seen them all. And then came this dude named Kendrick fucking Lamar. And for some reason, this nigga is just built different. Yes. I ain't gonna lie. And then I get to the show to see Kendrick Lamar because he's the greatest of all time. And then SZA comes out of nowhere and surprised the hell out of me with some performances that make me just say, what the fuck? She's a superstar. And now I kind of understand why they went on tour together, even though their music don't mesh together. But the fans they bring in, it's all love. It's all love. So we talking about SZA, so we're going to finish off with SZA for this. I got one more clip, and it's talking about the SZA pop-up, and experiences about the pop-up. So let's get in it.
Come with me to SZA's Not Beauty. This is beautiful. Come with me to SZA's Not Beauty pop-up. This is beautiful pop-up tent promoting her new lip glosses with her beauty brand. and she has this pop-up before every single show from 1 to 8 o'clock. She comes around, I'd say maybe like 3 to 5. She came at 3:30 for this one, so if you want to meet her,
hopefully I don't get hit with a copyright on this.
you do have the chance, so enjoy.
Now a lot of people's, I've seen when I went to Foxborough, I got there early, but I didn't go to try to get to the SZA pop-up stuff. I'm not a huge SZA fan, but I do know some of her songs and some of her music, so I appreciated her. But after watching her performance, she blew my whatever I had thinking of her. She jumped over that hurdle twice, and I would definitely like to go see her again, because her whole entendres and her whole story with all the bugs and all the things going on, it's inspiring. I'm watching the way she's interacting with her fans, with these kids, with these young women, and she's giving them inspirational hope, and I love that for the culture. You gotta love that for the culture. There's not a lot of people out here just trying to get money. They generally trying to get money out of these fans. But you go back and watch some of my mashups, and I try to always throw something in there about Kendrick, about SZA, things going on. This one here is about SZA and her pop-up, because there's a lot of fans that come through and get what they want. Kendrick's not doing this. She is. But you know what? Kendrick is more like a rapper, like, man, I'm just here to throw some bars and chill. But if Kendrick had a pop-up like this shit would be sold the same way. Because you know what? I'll be fighting over there like a goddamn K-bot. You know what? I know Akadidi made up the term K-bots to be funny and make it a joke. But I could actually say I'm a goddamn K-bot, bro. I'm a bot. And I love how all these bots are showing up to these shows, buying tickets, knowing all the songs. I love it. I love it. Love it, love it, love it, love it. If you're going to a show in Seattle or another show, I know Arizona's coming up, LA. Hey, if anybody got an extra ticket to any LA show, let me know. I'm flying out. I'm far East Coast. I'm in Connecticut, but I will hop on a plane in a minute. And of course, I'm going to bring some content for y'all. Definitely bring some content for y'all. But this is definitely one of the best shows I've seen, best performances I've seen. Now, I don't do a lot of concerts. I don't do a lot of rock concerts. I don't do a lot of that stuff. But what this show brought me out. And I went, I saw it, and I wouldn't mind seeing it again and again, because it was that good. The fact that we got a real rapper rapping, and we got a female R&B artist who could be a pop star, because her fandom or her fans that she have out there is astronomically higher than I thought it would ever be. I never expected that, but I loved it. Let me know, y'all. Let me know how y'all feel about these clips, because I'm going to try to bring y'all different perspectives when it comes to this GNX tour. A lot of times I bring y'all the aftermath, but let's talk about what we do before we get there. Let's ask Florida. I'm sorry y'all didn't get a concert. I don't know why y'all didn't get a concert, but the fact that y'all understand the mission and gonna go to Georgia, that's what I'm talking about. He didn't come to Connecticut. There's no stadiums in Connecticut. That's massively no sports stadiums when it comes to like major leagues. I had either MetLife or Gillette, and I got him at Gillette. Hour 50 drive, almost 2-hour drive, but you know what? I would have did 4 hours for that. You know what I'm saying? I would have got on a plane for that. So like I say, LA, Arizona. I know I got friends out there, CJ. I know y'all out there listening. You got extra ticket? I'll fly in. This is Peapod Cove, y'all. And I appreciate y'all coming through, supporting me, supporting the channel. Hit the Cash App, subscribe, like the video. That's the most important. Like the video and help get me out to more people. The more you like it, the more YouTube say, you know what, let's send this to another person, and somebody else is gonna like it. And I love y'all. I love y'all for supporting the mashup series. Peapod Cove, y'all. I'm gonna see y'all on the next one. I can't get enough of this, y'all. Can't get enough of this. Seattle, stand the fuck up. Let's get it. Rain or shine. We out.